top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Iverson with the ball. Pass to LaFrance. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Walsh. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the 5th player in NBA history to log more than 50,000 minutes. KG still getting it done inside.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. We discussed the challenge of defending Luka Doncic specifically in the pick and roll. Coach wasn't afraid to voice his concerns. He said, quote, "That's where Luka poses the most problems. The main thing is we have to be quick to react. If we're a step slow, when they're in that set, he'll burn us." Back over to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator.
Now Garnett. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. They get it again. White, wide open. He fires. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Iverson with the ball. Now Garnett defending. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Drawing fouls is an art, folks, and very few do it better than Luka Doncic.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
Now Doncic after the missed 3 from Derek White.
Well, the offensive IQ of Luka Doncic is special. This guy has every shot in his arsenal.
Over to the wing. This ball movement by Boston. Pass to Garnett. Shot clock at 6. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Doncic outside, launches it, and Boston with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's deflected. They get it back. Pass to Garnett. Boston needs to get off a shot. White. Boston. No good that time either. The Nuggets leading. Now Watson. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. And Iverson gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Braun. That's his first foul. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to White. Tries yet again. Now Garnett. The teardrop falls in. Garnett's got 6.
Well, the prototypical modern-day power forward comes about as a result of KG paving the way.
Lets it go from the wing. Iverson, no luck.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make the pay.
Garnett, right side. Back to Tatum. From downtown. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Here's Iverson. And the shot falls short this time.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now, here's Tatum. 6 to shoot. And he converts the layup. Tatum's got his second bucket tonight.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's LaFrance. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one so far. Celtics out in front. Up by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they will be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Oh, that's blocked. They shoot again. The shot by LaFrance, no good. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. He's playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, little player movement. That's how you play this game.
And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Hardaway with the steal. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Polynice. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And it's Vucevic missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Harris looking it over. Here's Polynice. 3 seconds left. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense, have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And the basket by Harris. And when it comes to team building, G.A., there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Polynice. Boom, he jams it straight down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. 1:09 left in the first half. A steal. To the wing on the left. Here's Polynice. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson in the corner. Another three for Denver.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Out to White. They need this. A three-pointer is right on target. White's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Polynice. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And the Nuggets lead by 10. Outside Tatum. No good with the triple. On the wing, Harris. 8 points for him. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. To the left wing, here's LaFrentz. His three-pointer's off the mark. Celtics trailed by 10. Oh, Garnett, aggressive.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And here's White. No scoring in this one. It's good.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Doncic, no good. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game. No doubt Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a three-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it." And what does his team want from him? He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you, Kevin.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Now Iverson. Pass to LaFrentz. Clock at 6. Inside. White with it. Iverson picks him up. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And Watson has it in the corner. Knocked loose. And stolen by White. To the inside. Here's Garnett. And And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Boston. White. And he hits it to tie the game up. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Walsh. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the second.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
Watts in the screen. Pass to Polynice. On the wing, Doncic. No good again that time. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Celtics with the lead. Pritchard with the ball. Still without a basket. Picked by Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Nikola Vucevic skilled at rolling hard to the rim after setting the screen. That is a smart play.
Back to Iverson. Down low. Here's Polynice. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. 1:10 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the
Oh, so good in catch and shoot. Cam Johnson has sweet mechanics.
Garza gets the bucket.
and an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gonzalez. Just his first attempt. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
On the wing, Johnson. Here's the three. Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 2. Back to White, pass to Tatum. And And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Here's Iverson. He takes it in. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the speed of Iverson is so difficult to keep up with. When he's driving, you're sometimes forced to foul. Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Out to Doncic. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction. In terms of turnovers, it's slowly becoming a problem.
Boston trailing. Outside Tatum. Back to White. Tatum looking around. To the middle. Here's Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
He's in such a good rhythm offensively tonight. KG turning back the clock.
It's stolen by Garnett. Over in the corner, White. Here's Walsh. Colonies with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment, in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Outside, White. Stolen by Brown. Pulls it from the elbow. And he swishes it right through. And breaking down some numbers here, the Hustle stats for Denver.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Rebounded by Brown.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Now Doncic. Shot clock at 5. And the 3 misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's in there.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Iverson outside. Here's Doncic. This free throw is good, and that gives them the lead.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He can really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels. So dangerous.
No stranger to the big moment. What a play there from Tatum.
Iverson right side. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
A bit under 3.5 minutes of dash here in the fourth. Down he goes for 3.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Iverson with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And a great assist as they pick up an easy 2 on the fast break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Garnett with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Now here's Iverson.
Boston foul. Jason Tatum.
the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Outside, Garnett. Nails the jumper.
Well, showing again why he's a champion, rising to the challenge.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Doncic fires. Garnett pulls it down. The shot and game clock separated by 4. With the teardrop, the shot is off. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They trail by 6. The 3 doesn't go. Here's White. So we see Boston get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the